One common problem that we're going to tell you about over the next few videos here is the play in your steering. A lot of times when you drive your Jeep down the road, it likes to wander, back and forth in between the lanes. And if you look at this Jeep here, this Jeep has a lot of play in it. I'm turning the wheel, and the wheels aren't moving back and forth, which they should be. There's maybe about 3 inches of play in here, and the trouble with the play in the wheel is it's not just in the steering box. There's a lot of parts that go with it, like the bell crank up in the front, which we'll tell you about, and the tie rods. But today we're going to focus on the steering box. Okay, here's your typical steering box. This is with the cover removed. Inside you can see there's some moving parts in here, which is this. You'll have your worm shaft where your steering wheel is connected to, and it comes down inside the box. And then inside the box, as I move the wheel back and forth, you'll see it go, the sector shaft will move up and down. Now the sector shaft is then hooked to your pitman arm on the outside. I have 2 pieces here that are brand new pieces because we have all the parts to rebuild these. And now what we'll do is we'll break down the worm shaft. And what the worm shaft is, it's one solid piece. Everybody thinks that the worm shaft comes apart down here. It don't, unless it's broken. Up at the top, you'll have your top column bearing where the steering wheel will ride, and then down at the bottom, there's a race and ball bearing setup that'll ride on the top and on the bottom of this worm shaft. You ready?
Yep.
Here's a brand new sector shaft. As you see on the sector shaft, it has 2 little nubs on each side, and these will intersect in the worm shaft in the box, and it'll make it ride up and down. Now what normally happens here is the little nubs on here will wear out, and that'll be one part where you'll get more play in it, in the steering box. As you can see here, I have an old one compared to a new one. It's hard to see on the nubs, but these nubs are wore out. You can see where these bushings ride in the steering box. One would ride here and the other one would ride there. You can see that the machine surface is just plain shot. It's pitted and the chrome has come off of it. And then on the outside there's a seal which will go over inside the box here, and it'll keep the oil, because there's supposed to be like 140 weight oil in there is what you really want to put in there, not grease. Everybody puts grease in them, and the grease just, you move the sector shaft back and forth a couple times, and the majority of the grease is gone, and it doesn't keep your bushings as well lubricated either. So then on the outside of the box you'll have your pitman arm, which is connected to your drag link, and this is a keyed surface, so it just fits right onto the sector shaft, and you'll put your nut on there. Now this is another part that wears out too. This is a perfectly round ball. On an original one, it'll wear funny like an egg shape, and then you have to replace it.